Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. Today we are going to talk about the Roland PMA-5. This portable sequencer and sound module was released in a time when it was actually cool to carry around a touch-screen device. It was the mid-90s and Yamaha ruled the market for portable music production gadgets with their QY workstations. Roland had left that field to its competitor entirely for years, but finally introduced the PMA-5 in 1996. Maybe just to show the world that they were still the innovation leader in music technology. I have used both 90s PDAs like the Apple Newton and the Yamaha QY10. So the mere thought of these two concepts being Cronenberged together is horrifying to me, and I'm not the only one. It does say a lot that someone who likes building a sequencer out of relays finds the PMA-5 to be
impossibly frustrating, I've got to say.
At the first glance, the PMA-5 is ticking all the business in the front, party in the back boxes. A Filofax fake leather cover ideal for left-handed people, smooth 90s PDA enclosure and the inevitable stylus. There is some evidence of this apparatus being a musical instrument, namely the two MIDI sockets and a headphone line out with a master volume. You can connect your 90s computer of choice and there's a foot switch mini jack for hands-free operation. The non-backlit display is confusing at first. While the transport controls and mini keyboard are self-explanatory, the structure of the sequencer and sound module is not always clear to humans of the 21st century. Roland included an extensive library of preset rhythms and arrangement parts called styles, with 6 variations each. Use the chord track to give these styles meaning. You can create your own styles as well, which is the closest thing to a pattern-based sequencer you will get from this machine. Notes can be entered and edited using the surprisingly convenient step mode. The aforementioned styles are the foundation for creating full songs in song mode, where another 4 tracks can be added. The sound engine itself is clearly in the tradition of the Roland Sound Canvas range and offers 28 voices of 90s General Midi goodness, ranging from proper synth tones, orchestra emulations, to standard keyboard sounds. I am a big fan of the 808 kit. Synth parameters of the PMA-5 can be controlled using NRPN and sysx commands, but in all honesty, the weather here in Vienna is just too damn nice for stuff like that at the moment.
One of my all-time favorite electronic musicians used the PMA-5 in his late 90s, early 0-year setup, Robin Rimbaud AKA Scanner. I reached out to him and the great guy that he is, he provided detailed information. He combined the PMA-5 with a Yamaha SU-10, a mini theremin, a small Mackie mixer and 3 minidisc players. Sometimes a master keyboard was attached to play some of the sounds, and he frequently used the unit as a drum machine. Don't forget to check out his live videos from that era.
The built-in mixer is straightforward, there's reverb, chorus and an ad-lib bar for jamming along to the current scale of the active song or style. The instrument is semi-rare and can be found for prices of around 200 planetary credits.
The Roland PMA-5 is a remarkable 90s relic. Did mobile phones and tablets make it completely obsolete?
You have already heard the PMA-5 in our little intro tune. I'll probably never get sick of that Bud Spencer punch snare. It's time to explore some of the more relaxed drum sound in this Filofax solo.
That's a mixed bag. The drum samples are one of the strong points of the unit, and the chorus is great. However, I had a hard time finding a sound for the main melody. A more expressive synth patch would have been nice in this context. There has been a lot of talk about the PMA-5 being used as a centerpiece for computerless setups. I wanna know if it is up to the task. That worked pretty well, but it felt a bit like answering emails, and the sequencer, while powerful, would benefit from a few dedicated buttons for often used functions. The sound library of the PMA-5 is a child of its time and contains many samples that are often frowned upon in modern music production. Let's give them a home in this Bobby Prince meets EBM null modem cable deathmatch 80 sample funk goth wave. Roland anticipated one of the most important trends in music production years ahead of time. Since then, making music on the go using a touchscreen has become an integral part of many people's workflow. At the same time, we have grown accustomed to more convenient interfaces, and the monochrome, non-multi-touch display didn't age too well. This being said, the sequencer is sufficient for many applications. There's nothing wrong with a classic sound canvas library, and the simplicity of the slightly antiquated UI might appeal to those among us who want to avoid the choice paralysis that often comes with modern music making apps. It takes some time to get used to the workflow, but you will finally discover the most important features of the PMA-5 compared to an iPad or other tablet. No updates, no social media, and no mobile games. Thanks for watching and see you next time! Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron, and leave a comment what other kind of gear you would like to see and hear on the show. Thanks to all my patrons for supporting the channel, and welcome to the monthly vocoder shoutouts. We're going to start with Tier 4, thanks for watching, see you next time, and I'm controlling the K-Oscillator Pro with a keyboard using the RetroKit RK002 Smart MIDI cable. I went down to the bad gear dungeons and found a very special piece of gear, the Roland VS840 Digital Studio Workstation. It not only has a built-in vocoder that I have never used, it was also my first piece of recording equipment. I bought it at the tender age of 16 and it still works like a charm. I'm using the microcorg as a carrier signal. Again, thank you so much for supporting the channel. See you next month.